You know that feeling when you're sitting in a room just listening to a conversation and you suddenly feel like, well, like you just aren't that smart? Maybe it seems like everybody else around you just naturally gets things faster, or they don't struggle with the everyday things that completely trip you up. It is so easy to look at traditional markers of success and feel like you'd somehow missed the intellectual boat entirely. But here's the thing. What if I told you that you might actually have a much higher IQ than you think? It turns out your brain might just be hiding its brilliance right in plain sight. There are actually 10 super subtle signs that reveal if your intelligence is operating on a level most people never even notice. Today, we're going to break down those hidden markers. So, here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to cover the overactive brain, unconventional habits, the highly sensitive mind, the ultimate intelligence sign, and finally, embracing your architecture. Let's jump right in. Section 1, the overactive brain and how internal processing reveals intellect. We're going to look at the quirky and honestly sometimes noisy ways a highly intelligent brain processes the world. All right, sign number 1, you talk to yourself. I know, it sounds a little weird, right? But check this out. Studies from the University of Wisconsin have actually found that people who verbalize their thoughts process information significantly faster. And not only that, they retain it longer. When you talk out loud to yourself, you're literally coaching your own brain through complex reasoning. Fun fact for you, Albert Einstein did this all the time. So, if you catch yourself mumbling through your problems in the grocery store aisle, congratulations, you're in great company. Moving to sign number 2, you overthink everything. You know the drill. You replay conversations in your head, question your decisions constantly, and imagine about 50 different outcomes for a single event. It is so easy to just label this as anxiety. But actually, scratch that. It's not anxiety, it's analysis. Neuroscientists have a specific term for this. It's called metacognition. It is the ability to think about your own thinking. Your brain is basically running advanced simulations. This overactive processing also explains another really subtle trait, which brings us to sign number 8, remembering incredibly random details that no one else seems to care about. It's like you might completely lose your keys on a Tuesday, while your sunglasses are literally resting on your head. But you can recall the exact date something happened 5 years ago, or perfectly quote a random line from a movie you saw back in 2008. That isn't a glitch in your brain. That is your working memory flexing its power. Section 2, unconventional habits of genius. Why boredom and delay are secret weapons. Society so often misunderstands these behaviors and labels them as flaws, when they're actually huge signs of high intelligence. Take getting bored easily, for example. If you absolutely cannot stand repetitive routines, it's not because you're lazy. It's because you have a faster reward prediction system. Your dopamine system actually craves complex, novel challenges, so it gets practically zero reward from simple, mundane tasks. Then we have sign number 5. You stay up late. The London School of Economics actually did research proving that people who prefer staying up late tend to score higher on intelligence tests. And why does this happen? Because late at night, as all those daily distractions finally fade away, your brain gets the freedom to just wander. And that is exactly when profound creative insights strike. And this perfectly tees up sign number 7, procrastination. But wait, it's not just regular laziness. Psychologists at the University of Calgary found that high IQ individuals frequently use something called active procrastination. Your highly intelligent brain absolutely hates pointless busy work. Instead, it waits until a task truly matters, until the pressure is really on to go all in. That's why you probably pull off your absolute best performances at the last possible minute, usually fueled by caffeine and sheer willpower. Section 3, the highly sensitive mind and processing the world at a deeper level. For a long time, sensitivity has been seen as a weakness, but as we're going to see, processing the world on a deeper emotional and environmental level is actually a massive intellectual asset. So the crucial point here is captured in sign number 4. You constantly doubt yourself. Have you ever heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect? It basically states that the less someone knows, the more blindly confident they tend to be. On the flip side, the more someone actually knows, the more hyper-aware they become of everything they still don't know. So if you're frequently questioning your own abilities, it's actually a massive indicator that you understand far more than you give yourself credit for. This sensitivity extends right into your environment, bringing us to sign number 6. You are sensitive to noise. If you are constantly annoyed by a ticking clock, distracted by someone breathing too loudly, or bothered by background sounds nobody else even hears, you aren't just being dramatic. You have heightened sensory processing. Your brain is simply absorbing way more data from your environment than the average person. Now, this helps you detect patterns incredibly fast, though, yeah, it definitely leads to overstimulation sometimes.
And this deep processing applies to your emotions too. Sign number 9, you feel emotions deeply. This one often surprises people, mostly because we tend to equate high intellect with cold, calculating logic. But having profound empathy and the ability to feel things intensely isn't a weakness. It's a clear sign of neural sophistication. Highly smart people don't just think deeply about the world, they feel deeply about it too. Section 4. The ultimate intelligence sign. The one trait shared by all geniuses. If you look at the greatest minds throughout history, there is one distinct, unifying thing they all absolutely share. And that brings us to the ultimate indicator of a truly brilliant mind. Sign number 10, you never, ever stop learning. True geniuses possess an absolutely insatiable curiosity. They read, they ask relentless questions, and they constantly seek better answers, even when society tells them they already know enough. Honestly, the very fact that you clicked on this explainer today, actively seeking to understand yourself and the world a little better, proves that you have this trait. That intrinsic drive alone automatically puts you in the top tier of intelligent minds. Section 5. Embracing your hidden architecture and redefining what it means to be smart. As we wrap this up, I want to completely reframe your entire perception of your own intelligence. It's time to start embracing your unique architecture. For way too long, we've defined standard intelligence by report card grades, standardized test scores, or how unbelievably fast someone can solve a math equation on a chalkboard. But hidden intelligence, the true, deep intelligence, is entirely different. It's measured by your self-awareness, your adaptability, your unyielding curiosity, and the sheer depth of your thought. So I really want you to remember this. The next time someone criticizes you, the next time they call you too sensitive, or tell you that you're too quiet, or say you spend way too much time lost in your own head, I want you to just smile. Seriously, smile, because you now know the truth. That is exactly what high intelligence looks like. If this explainer opened your eyes today and helped you understand the brilliant way your brain works, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Keep feeding that incredible, curious mind of yours. I'm going to leave you with one final thought to ponder as you go about your day. Now that you know the true architecture of your mind, how are you going to use your hidden intelligence today? Give yourself permission to overthink, to feel deeply, and hey, even to talk to yourself if you need to. Your genius is waiting.